Great.
Okay. All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm so excited to go through this email marketing presentation with you. And like I said before, if you have questions, stop me. We do not have to stick to the presentation. I want to make sure that this is totally valuable to you and I'm answering all of your questions. And you might not have them now, but as we go through, certainly, interrupt me. I'm not offended easily. So just interrupt me and ask, and I'll do my best to answer them. My name is Susan Flanagan, and Pam and I are in the same coaching area. That's how we met. And we both use Julie Ciardi as our business coach. And I am a empty nester, Gigi to 2 kids, mom to 4. Actually, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to go watch my 2 grandkids while my son and his wife go off for the weekend. So I'm pretty excited about that. But this is like my second career. So I worked in technology. I was a computer programmer back during the whole 90s Y2K thing. Then I was a stay-at-home mom for like 17 years. And then about 5 years ago, I just went back to work. We needed health insurance, and I work for a nonprofit that, that's my 9 to 5. But a year ago, I went back to college and got my social media marketing certificate because I love social media. So I have worked with direct sales in the past, and I use social media a lot for that. And I was just always super intrigued by it. So I went back and got my marketing certificate. And as soon as I started going back, I had people saying, oh my gosh, I need my social media managed. So I have several customers where I actually manage their various platforms, primarily Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And I also do their email marketing. And I also do content creation. So I can help with, so I'll just do content for people if they need it for posting and that type of thing. So that's sort of my background, and I love it. My main goal is to quit my 9 to 5 and do this full time because this is really my passion. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said there's like 11 stages in your life, and you have 11 different lives within your life. And I feel like this is my next life. Like I'm supposed to be working for myself, helping people make the most out of social media for their small business. So that's my goal. And so thank you for supporting me and being here. And I would appreciate your feedback at the end and all of that. So, okay,
yes.
So
and I wanted to mention also Michelle and Carmen are also in the Ignite group also.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So, and I know I've invited, I think most everybody to your free group also, which is, if you want to give us that information, I'm sure you probably have that figured out or
okay,
plan
great.
to
Yeah, a
offer
lot
us
of the names
that,
sounded familiar, and I was like, oh, how do I know them? So
yeah.
Great. Good. Okay, I am going to share my screen, and we will just go to my presentation. Okay. Manage that. Okay, so let me go to presentation mode. So here is, sorry about that. One moment. There we go. All the Zoom little toolbars get in the way. Okay. And we are way ahead of time. Okay, let's go back to page 1. Okay, so we're going to talk about all the things that we had on the flyer that Pam sent you, why it's important, some best practices, how to grow your email list. We'll talk about landing pages, what they are, how to use them. We can even go into MailChimp and create one. We'll talk about subject line best practices, content best practices, what you should be, doing in your actual email, and then tips and tools. Okay, so first, email marketing is important. It's, sometimes we think we don't want to be in people's inboxes because I'm always deleting emails and never reading them. But it's a great way to consistently be in front of your customers. They might not always be on social media. They might not, always be in front of you in person. And so being in their inbox is still an important communication tool. And it's a way that you can love on your current clients. So your clients that you already have, you can keep them informed of new products, new product launches, what you're doing, inform them, educate them. You can also use email marketing to build trust with potential new clients. And you can establish yourself as an expert with them. And it just helps with building those long-term relationships and growing your customer base. It's super efficient. Email marketing is very efficient. If you can use until you start really growing, MailChimp is free. And that's why I got started on it, was because it was free. So all it costs is your time. And once you kind of set up a couple templates, it doesn't have to take that much time if you just put it into your schedule. And just from doing some little research about getting this put together, for $1 spent on your email marketing, you can expect the industry average is a 42% return on that dollar. So it's super affordable for small businesses. And it's just an important part of your communications to your customers and potential customers. So some best practices with email marketing: don't purchase contact lists. I know I worked for a direct sales company, and I had done that before. I had purchased like some new homeowner leads and that type of thing. And that's fine, but don't use that in email marketing. There's very specific legal rules with email marketing. People have to decide to join. You can't just add people to your email marketing list. You can, and we'll talk about that in a little bit too, but you can gather names and let them know, can I add you to my email list? Yes, that's fine. Maybe you have a little box, like if you're meeting with women where they fill out their contact information, you can have a little box that says, yes, they're opting in for email marketing. But you can get in trouble, theoretically. I don't know if they go after, smaller businesses, but theoretically, and from a legal perspective, you need to just be careful how you get people on your list. So purchasing contact lists are probably not a great idea. Send a welcome email. Whenever you get a new client, just send them an email. Welcome emails have the highest open rate. So you want to make sure you do that within a couple days of getting a new contact. Pay attention to frequency and timing. You're going to learn your group and what is a good time. And it's okay to play around with it a little bit on your timing. And we can talk a little bit about that. Mondays and Fridays are actually great days for newsletters. And ironically, 4 in the morning is the best time for open rates. And of course, with an email system, you can schedule that. I never do. I usually schedule mine in the mornings between 6 and 7. That's what I find works for my group, because I want that to kind of be the first thing in their inbox in the morning. But it's okay to play around with it and watch your open rates. And we can look at that on MailChimp on how to look at that. When you're creating your email, keep your main message and the call to action the first thing they see. Like, don't make them scroll for that. So you're going to want to make sure that whatever the intent of the email is, it's more at the top of the email. Personalize the greeting. It's so easy to do with an email system. Instead of just saying hello or hi, put their name. People know that it's all automated anyway, but it still gives that personalization that people are looking for in an email. So just always do that. Even if it's a newsletter, you still want to put their name.
You could do that. MailChimp takes care of that for you, right? You can select that option.
You can select that merge of putting in their first name. Yep. Yeah. Think about your sender name and what that is. That's important. So I did Mary Kay, and my sender name was always Susan, your Mary Kay lady, because that's what I want. Every time they saw my name, I wanted to think, oh, she's my Mary Kay lady. Oh, she's my Mary Kay lady. So think about that. Like, what is something catchy that will stand out in that inbox that will help people know, oh, this is my person where I purchase my skincare, right? So think about how you want that to be and make it memorable, not just, a standard company name or something like that. You're going to want to really focus on your subject lines, and we're going to talk about how to do that. It's a lot easier than it sounds. It sounds a little daunting, but I'm going to show you some tips and tricks and some tools for subject lines, because you want the subject line to be compelling enough that they open it, right? You can use incentives to increase your open rate. So you could say something like, free sample kit for something, you can use some sort of incentive for them to open it and see. So it's okay to put, and we are going to talk about words, like I said, free, but you really shouldn't use free. So that was a mistake. But there's some things that you can do to increase those open rates in your subject line. We're going to closely tie our emails to our landing pages. And that really has to do with branding. You want everything to look the same. So no matter what they click on for you, when it comes to all of your email, they know instantly that it's yours. All right. And then make unsubscribe easy. When you use a system like MailChimp, Constant Contact, ConvertKit, it does make it easy. Don't hide it. People are going to get annoyed if you try and hide that unsubscribe. And unsubscribing, you know, we take it personal, and you absolutely can't take it personal, because you want, number one, you want a list that people are looking at it, right? You want your open rates to be high. You don't want a bunch of people in there who aren't looking at it. They can always add back, but try not to take that unsubscribe personal. It took me a long time not to take that personal when I saw somebody unsubscribe to my emails, but make that easy. You don't want to be that person. Have you ever tried to unsubscribe to something? It's like 80 steps later, you finally unsubscribe. Like, how annoying is it? So make it easy. Be that person that makes it easy, because they'll eventually come back to you. We know that. Okay. Any questions yet? Okay. Okay, so let's talk about growing your email list. So you might start off small, and that's totally fine, because it's probably going to be a really great group of people who want to get your emails. But a couple things: always collect emails from new clients. So as you're in front of new women trying the product, they're purchasing the product, collect their email and let them know. I send out a weekly newsletter that has specials and product launch information. I'd love to add you. Can I add you? And if they can, then you can just add them. Offer freebies. And when I say freebies, and this is where landing pages come in, you could create something like, or have somebody create it, a list, 5 ways to have perfect skin. And it could be 5 bullets, and we put some information into there, you know, like using clean products and using vitamins, something like just a flyer where they want to know how to have perfect skin. So they're going to click on it. They're going to download your pretty little flyer. And in order to do that, they're going to give you their email. So that's what I mean by freebies. You don't have to give free product out, but you can give away free information for them. And it's something as easy as that, like a flyer. Like, think of things in your industry, right? In the beauty industry that people might be interested in. It could be a video. Here's my video on how to, apply makeup, or whatever it is. It could be video, it could be a document, it could be a image, anything like that. So those are great ways to grow your list. And because you might have people, for example, do you all have Facebook groups, like private Facebook groups where you have your current customers and potential customers? Yeah. Like, some of those people, you probably don't have their email. So you can offer things like that in there to then get their emails. Does that make sense? Okay. Create content that's shareable and encourage it. So if you're doing a weekly newsletter, and maybe you want to put a video in there of how to, do a great smoky eye, make it shareable, and then encourage your list to share it with other people. So the more they share, then they get added to your contact list as well.
So I have a question about that real quick.
Yeah.
So if you like in your email, you have different valuable things or whatnot that you're like, hey, if you have, if somebody would like to hear about this too, do they forward the email, or how do they make it shareable?
Yeah, there should be a link in MailChimp where you can say share, like forward the email to somebody.
And then if they share it with somebody, how does that person then get added to your list?
Yes, there should be an option for them to then subscribe. So when you share it, they should be able to, there'll be a subscribe button.
Okay.
And you can create a subscribe to my newsletter landing page as well, that then you also share with your Facebook group or on your Instagram. You can put it in your link tree and then promote that as well. Hey, are you part of do you get my weekly newsletter? Here's some things we talk about. You should subscribe. And that's a landing page as well. So we'll talk about that. You could do a referral program. You could, if you have, clients who are valuable clients, you could say, hey, if you can get 5 people to subscribe to my newsletter, I'll give you a free, or I'll give you a discount, 10% discount on your next purchase. Something like that. A referral program is always great to get people on your email list. And that does kind of go along with incentives to get people on the email list. And then also offer workshops and events. So if you're doing a, do you do like Facebook live events, or where you do skincare and all of that in a private Facebook group? Part of that could be they have to register for it to receive the link to that group. And then you get the email address. So you can see if that, we don't want to make it hard for them to join, of course, but that would be a way to get their email and get them on your email list, is have them register for the workshop or event, whether it's Zoom. If it's Zoom, it's easy. If it's Facebook, you could provide the link to the Facebook group. So it kind of depends on what your workflow is for that. But if you're already doing workshops and events, I would just make sure you're collecting that either through a landing page or a manual collection. Okay, any questions on how to grow your email list? And it's important, I would definitely have like a goal, like by the end of the year, like I'd like to double, or, depending on where you are, right? If you're already at 500, doubling by the end of the year might not be, but if you're at 25, maybe you want to be at 50 by the end of the year. So kind of have that goal. And that way, everything that you're doing, you kind of have that in the back of your mind of, oh, I need to grow my email list because I'm really creating this great content that I want everybody to see.
Are you going to talk about landing pages?
I am going to talk about landing pages. Yes. That's next. Okay. So a landing page, and we'll get straight into MailChimp and we'll kind of like walk through what it is. So this is the Wikipedia definition of a landing page. It's a follow-up to any promises that you've made in your content. Essentially, it's the next step towards a visitor becoming a customer. So it lets you make a trade, some sort of special offer, piece of information, a deal in return for providing their contact information. So landing page is literally to get contact information, you're going to give them something. It might be the freebie that we talked about. It might be a coupon. It might be access to an event, or it could just be a subscribe to get your newsletter. So that's what a landing page is. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see what my next page is. Right. So here, to subscribe to a newsletter, register for an event, download or receive a freebie, sign up for a new product releases. So actually, do you all have like a corporate website where people can go order order products from you? You don't manage your own websites, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. That's how it is. Because like if you manage your own website, you can put sign in things there too, but I figured you probably didn't. Okay. So let's get to MailChimp and let's do a landing page. I'm going to show you how easy it actually is. Okay. So here's my MailChimp. And when I click on create, it's as easy as clicking on a landing page. Okay. So click on landing page. You'll name it. So I'm just going to name this workshop test landing, but just name it for whatever it is. If it's a freebie you're offering or subscribe to my newsletter, any of that. So the next thing you want to do is select your audience. So I have a couple different audiences in my MailChimp because I have my direct sales contact. I also do a blog, and then I have my unstoppable marketing. So I have 3. So you want to make sure that whoever enters their name and email information in there, that it goes to the right group of people that you want to send it to. So you all might just have one for now, right now, that is just your customers or potential customers. And I will group my customers and potential customers together in the same audience. You can tag them separately, which we'll talk about, but I put them all in one. I don't have like, here's my customers, here's my prospects, and then have to move one to the other. I just keep them all in one. Does that make sense?
Good. Yes.
When you're setting up your audience. So we're going to go ahead and select Unstoppable Marketing. That's where I want it to go. And then I click begin. Okay, so here it will come up with some templates. And I just, we'll just pick this first one. You can use any of them and change them out, or you can do like the super, we'll do this, grow your list. This is a super simple one. And quite honestly, your landing pages don't have to be like, you don't want too much on it because you want people, you want it to be super easy for people to give you their information and get out, right? You don't want it to be too much information overload and then they never follow through. So we'll do this. We'll click on the grow your list. Okay. So I've already created some, so it did already put my logo in here, but it's as easy to replace the image as clicking on it. So you see, I just clicked on that. And then it has right here, so that's my default logo that I've already loaded into MailChimp, but you can just simply replace it. And then here, we'll just do it with this one because I have it. These are images I've already uploaded. But to upload, it's as simple as, let me unselect, as you would click this upload here and then upload your image, whether it's something that you've created, maybe it's your business card, something like that, whatever you want for your logo. But we'll just do this so I can show you how easy it is to replace it. Another great thing that you can do is whenever you have an image, you always want to have a link to it, right? Because some people might click on it and you want it to take them somewhere. So let's see if I've done that. Oh, I haven't. Bad for me. I had that in there and I never linked it. So you could put your website on here, right? So you could put whatever your purchasing website is right there. And then let me just, oh my gosh, what is my website? I can't even remember it. Okay. I'm like on the spot. I can't remember it. You get the point. You can add a link there. So when people click on the image, because you know, we're all trained to do that on a website now, is click on an image and go somewhere. And actually I would want to click this to my group. So it's as easy as that. And then you can change the title. So we can say, sign up for my workshop. And I'm not going to do all this, but I'll just show you some tricks if you're not super familiar with MailChimp. Okay, so let's say I want to change that to my brand colors. I can highlight that and click on that, you know, text there and do more colors. And then I can type in the hex code. Are y'all familiar with that? The hex code of your brand colors. So then right here, you just would type in the hex code. We'll just change it to a gray. Oh, that's a black color. Yeah, so that's all. So you can format it and brand it with your branding colors.
Susan,
Yes.
can you remind me again how, like if we're looking at a graphic or something and we want to pull out that color, how do we find that hex code again?
Yeah. Okay. So
Bring
you
it to
can
me.
do which one do I use? I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one I use. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
And then you would just upload your file and it would tell you the colors. So let me get back to Zoom chat. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so that's how you'd find that color. And you can actually set that up in MailChimp too, so it defaults, or so it's easier to add. Style, yeah, you could put the color there and settings. Okay, so then you would just put something here, you know, what about them signing up and they'll be receiving. I would always put something like, by putting your email address, you're agreeing to receive communications from me. You can always unsubscribe. That's what I put. Something like, you're always welcome to unsubscribe. So just whatever content you want there. We won't waste time with that. Okay, so then when you click on this bottom area, it shows what is going to be required. So if you can do, I always do at least first name. That's really all I do because I want it to be so easy for them that they continue through and give me their information, right? So I always like to do that, but you could add more if you wanted, depending on what it is. If it's a landing page for people who already, you know, are your customers and know and love you, and you want to get additional information, you can do that. All right. You can also do, so you see, I've done some other things before. I've done some workshops where they would register and they could either come to like a Tuesday or a Thursday workshop. And that's what the interest groups are. So you could add an interest group. So let's say, we'll just do a checkbox and we'll say, what did I say? Register for my, okay. So we'll just say pick one email marketing workshop. All right. And then we could put Tuesday, and or I could spell it out too, that would help, and Thursday. And then you could submit it. And then it does this and it groups it. And then that's going to be part of their profile. So then you can market to them based on, so like if they're on the Tuesday, you can send them a specific email that says, oh, don't forget to come to the Tuesday workshop. Here's the Zoom link, or here's the address, or whatever. So by doing that, it lets you know, it gives you one landing page for 2 events. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. So the other thing we can do here is we can change the button. Oh, first name. It didn't do that. Let's see, where's my interest group? Oh, here. So now I can add that. That just, because it had to create those interest groups. So there, so I've added back my first name, pick which email marketing group they want. And then you can change your button text. So we can say register for workshop. And then you can decide if you want what after they register, then what happens. And that's what this is right here. So it can send them a confirmation message. It can send them to another landing page, or it can send them to a web address. I almost always do a confirmation message. All right. And then you can write down here, see how your message will appear, but we don't have anything yet. Here is the message that they're going to get. So I might even put in there something like, here is, if it's a workshop, here's, thank you for registering. As a reminder, your workshop is at such and time. Here's the Zoom link, but I will be sending you email reminders about the workshop. So they don't have to save it because it's just going to go to a message on the screen. All right. And once again, you can change it. You can change the font and the colors and all of that, but simple is fine on a reply message for that. And then you can just preview it right there. This is what they would see after they enter their information. Now, if you did a landing page, then you have to like create another landing page for them to go to. So you see here, it is select a landing page to link to. So you'd have to create another landing page that had something else on it for them, or web address. So you could just send them to your purchasing website if you wanted as well. Now, if you were doing let's say this is a landing page for a freebie, like the 5 steps to perfect skin. How I would do that then is I would just do a message, a confirmation message, and I would say, thank you for requesting my 5 steps to perfect skin. Please check your inbox for the document or for the guide to perfect skin, something like that. And then I'll show you how to set it up where when they register, it'll automatically send them an email with that. That makes sense? I know it's a lot. Let me know if it's too much. Okay. So, and so that's it. So that's as easy as it is to, so you just save it and close it. And then, of course, you'd make this, you'd brand this correctly and how you want to, because you, like I said, you want it to look like what your, if not exact, it doesn't have to be exactly, but like you want it to be branded, your brand, so they know, yes, this is Pam's, this is Michelle's landing page or registration page or email. Okay, so once you do that, you'll save it and close it. Okay. So we'll just review. It's a workshop test landing page. This is the URL, and I'll show you how you use that. It's all the contacts that are added or who register will go to My Unstoppable Marketing. And after sign up, they'll receive a confirmation message. So once you know it's good, you would publish it. And all that does is it makes that URL active. So you can, once you have that, you can share it through here, or you can cut and paste it. So I just clicked on it, and here's what that landing page looks like. Sign up for my email marketing workshop. And I'll just put my personal email in there. And if they're already on your list, that's totally fine. It'll just update the list with any tags or interests that are on there. And then Susan, we're going to go to Tuesdays and then register for workshop. And there's my message. You've been added. Okay, so it's as easy as that.
We just
So
have to
then
do
you
it
just-
once, then it will get better, easier. Once we do
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah, and I would just do that simple one. Pick that template, that super easy template. You don't need more than that. I mean, once you get really proficient at it, if you want your landing page to also include product information or something like that, then you could do one of those more fancy ones. But for now, you're just trying to build that contact list. I would keep it simple. And I don't know about you, but like, especially if I'm on my phone, I want it simple. I don't want it to be noisy, basically. Okay, so once you have that, then you can, put it in your social media posts, add it to your link tree or whatever. Like, do you all have a link tree or something like a milkshake or something like that? Yeah, you can add it to that, link in my bio to register for my workshop or for my freebie to get your freebie. Okay, so let's go back. So now we say, oh, actually, you know what? So now you're like, oh gosh, where is it? So I have all of these things that, oh, here it is right at the top. You can always do, if you hit campaign, the little megaphone here, it will come up and it'll say all campaigns. You can come here and sort. So let's just sort by my landing pages and we'll see the landing pages. So I have some a couple different landing pages here. You can see who's visited it. If you view the report. Gosh, I thought it showed more than that. Maybe the landing page doesn't show more reports than that. That might be the only reports it shows. Okay. Sorry, all of this Zoom stuff just gets in the way. Okay. All right, let's say you publish it and then you're like, oh, I saw there's a typo in there or something like that, or you want to change it, you don't like the wording, you can just edit it, do that, click edit design, and then you can go back in and change it and republish it. So don't stress, it's fine if you see an error. I like to always try and have somebody else look at it, but if you don't and you see an error, seriously, don't stress about it. Just come back in, edit it, and you're good to go. And then we would just go back and save and publish. And then that link should still be the same, and it should be good to go. So let's do, actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back to any questions as I'm going back to the landing page.
I have one.
Sure.
Can you just give an example of when you might use a landing page led to another landing page? I'm having a hard time like wrapping my mind around.
Yeah, I don't know either. Unless your landing page is just going to be something like, rather than another registration, just informational.
Okay.
That's the only way I could think of it. If you want it to have more than that confirmation page, like maybe you wanted to put, a link to your ordering, rather than just going straight to your ordering site, you could do a landing page that says, thank you for registering. And then like, I really can't think of anything. I've never even done anything other than a message.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to actually go back in here and edit this because I do want to see one thing that I think I forgot to tell you about. Okay. Audience and tags. So let's edit this. We did, because I used the example of a workshop where I had 2 days and I was letting them choose. You're not going to do that very often. It's going to be a single workshop. It's going to be a download a flyer. It's going to be get a coupon, right? So what you would want to do then is come back here and add a tag to that new or even existing client, right? Because somebody who's already in your email list might want to come to the workshop. So you want to add a tag to that. And by adding the tag, that allows you to separate them out and communicate to them separately if they registered for your workshop, downloaded your freebie, got the coupon. So you always want to have a tag on that so you can communicate specifically to them rather than your whole group. So that's what a tag does. And you can have a ton of tags. I have people that have my freebie tag and my weekly customer post tag, and they've come to workshops. So like you can do a lot of different things. And that's as easy as, I mean, I would try and be strategic with your naming conventions so it's easy. You can also clear them out. But to add a tag, you would simply just click on that plus. So here's tags I already have. I did a Canva Reels, a workshop, I did a replay, I did, a Canva workshop. So these are all the ones I have. But let's say none of those really fit because this is a brand new workshop. I will say test workshop, and that just creates a tag. Is it there? There we go. That's what I have to do. Oh gosh, why is that not working? I'm editing it, yes. Gosh, I don't know why that's not working. Oh, maybe.
You have to set that tag up in advance, maybe?
No, I've done it
No?
right here before. Okay.
Okay.
Unstoppable. Okay, I'm unable to switch.
Oh, because you published it first. Once your landing page is published.
Gosh, I know I've done that before, but maybe it's been before I've published it. Let me see if I can unpublish it because I want to know how to do this now. Sorry. Oh no, I am editing. Edit tags. Oh, great new. Oh gosh, guys. I don't know why that's not working.
You figure it out and let us know.
Yes, I'll figure it out, let you know. But you do want to do tags because then that's how you will set up your email. So if you did the freebie, you'll need, as soon as they register, it'll say, oh, I registered for the freebie. Here's the email with the freebie, or here's an email confirming with the link to the workshop or how to attend the workshop. So let's do that real quick. You know what? Let me just, yeah, I can show you with a different tag. So the next thing you'd want to do is then set up. Actually, let me go to campaigns. Sorry, let me go here. We're going to do an email. So we want to do an email that triggers off of them registering. Okay. So that's going to be a customer journey. Okay. So we're going to create from scratch. This is test workshop. And like I said, just try and be like simplistic but strategic in your naming conventions. Okay. When a contact is added, okay? So we're going to say when a tag is added, and pretend like this is that test one that I tried to create that we didn't. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I have one I can actually use. Oh, maybe it'll work here. Okay. Pretend like I added a test tag to that landing page. Okay, so anytime somebody fills out that landing page, it's going to add a tag that says test to it because we were pretending like that worked. And then, so I'm going to save that starting point. So now anytime that somebody's added to my list with that tag, they're going to get an email. Okay. So we'll just hit continue. We're just going to share information. So this is, it kind of is like a little wizard. It helps you navigate through what you're going to do. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. View journey. Hold on. My apologies. Let's go back. Okay. Gosh, I'm just confusing myself. My apologies.
What's different about customer journey from just like an email? Like why did you?
Because
pick
it
that?
allows you to do that trigger. So I
That page?
did that, and then I just like copy my emails all the time, and it so it's been a minute since I did it. So my apologies. Okay, where is my?
So a customer journey is how, like, you have your email list that you're sending out weekly emails to, and then new people subscribe. And then the customer journey is how they could get a few like initial emails to kind of
Like the
before-
welcome email, yes.
like the welcome email and stuff.
Yes.
Because otherwise it's like, oh, I have a new person. Now I have to go send a welcome email. Now I have a new person. But this just does it automatically.
Exactly. Okay. Okay. Where is that? Automations. Okay. Why is it not? All right, guys. I don't know how to get back to that.
The customer journey that you were setting up.
Yeah.
Did it ever go through? Did it ever like officially?
Yeah, it must not have ever gone through. Okay, so let's try again. Actually, let's create an email. See if I can do it a trigger from there. Okay, I cannot. I'm going to go back. We'll go back to that and set up a. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we're going to go back to this test workshop. All right. We have that. We're going to send it. Here we go. Action. We're going to send an email at that point. So once they're added, we're going to send an email to their email from that. Okay. And so then you can edit. So you can say subject, thank you for registering. Okay. Obviously you would schedule. Okay, so we would want that to go. Yeah, so it wouldn't go it would go the day that they registered. Okay, so you can just select a template. So I have some saved templates. So I would probably use some saved ones, and we can talk about that as well. So let's just say I'm going to use this one to make it easy. Once you have like your basic look, you can just use it over and change the verbiage in it.
Can you save templates with the free version of MailChimp?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, because I only in the last 9 months got the paid version. So,
Mm.
yep. So you could just put here, hello. This is how we. I'll show you how to enter how to do that first name. So hello, and then merge tags right here. First name. So that's as easy. So it would say, hello, Susan. And then you'd go through here, enter your information. You could put the Zoom link in here or whatever it is that you were including, you would just put that in the email. So we're going to save that. This is one that I've just sent out recently. Okay. So we're going to save it and return to the journey. So this would be really good. Like if you had new customers, and so let's say they're brand new and you wanted to really establish yourself as an expert, you could send like, for like 3 or 4 weeks in a row, a little video of yourself or, products they might be interested in, things like that, just establishing yourself and really getting in front of them with other things that maybe you didn't introduce them to in your initial meeting. So you could do that and then they would just, you could add another one and that would be however long. Okay, wait.
I have another question too.
Yeah.
Is this how you would get if they register or if they choose to get a freebie of yours? Is this where that would come into?
Yes. Then I would set the email up that says, thank you for registering for the freebie. Click here to download it. And then you would just have them download it from your email.
Okay.
Yep. And that way you're not even thinking about it. And it's just automatically going out to them as soon as they register. And then, yeah, and so that's it. So let's see if that works. So let's turn it back on. Let me go back to that landing page. So I'm going to go to campaigns. We'll go to landing pages. Click on that. Let me register again. Okay, I'll check my phone here in a minute, see if I get an email, see if it worked, but it should. It should. But yep, so that is as easy as that. I mean, I say that's easy, but you can follow the logic of how that works. So do you want me to go through? I can go back to well, first of all, anything else about landing pages?
Are we going to get the recording of this, Pam?
Yes.
We need to go
Yes.
back.
Yes. Yep, I will send it to Pam.
Yes.
I'll probably upload it to YouTube, just like a non-public one, and then just send you the link to YouTube is typically how I do it. So give me a day. I hope
Okay.
I'll have it today, but for sure by tomorrow.
Okay.
No rush. I'm
Um,
just thinking.
Can you, do you know some of the benefits of upgrading to the paid version of MailChimp?
It was mostly, okay, I'm not 100% sure if the journey is on the free. It was mostly because I needed more audiences is
Okay.
why I did it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but the journey actually might not be included in the free.
I think it is.
Oh,
Okay,
I was
good.
gonna say, I thought I signed up for the paid version to do the landing page thing or the automated. It's like to have it automated. I wasn't able to do that with the free version.
With the free.
Oh.
Mm. but it's what, 10 bucks a month?
Yeah, $9.99.
It's pretty reasonable
Yeah.
compared to some of the other ones I checked out.
Okay, so how do you guys feel about creating campaigns? Do you feel confident? Would you like me to kind of go through that?
I could use a little help with that.
Okay, so we'll go to campaigns and we'll create a new one. And we'll just do an email campaign. Regular email. All right, so I think I already did one, but that's okay. Okay, so this is just, it just helps you keep track of the different campaigns that you have. You could call it newsletter. Like I have one that's just called newsletter. And that's just, and I just keep using that same one over and over again. So add recipients, you would choose your audience again. That's my Unstoppable Marketing. Okay. They do say that if you use that to field, I always use the to field. It says that it helps with keeping it go from to the spam. And I just do their first name because I always ask for first name. Then, like I said, make sure that your name here is what you want it to be. You can set this up. I've actually changed it to, and so I'm having to manually do it because I haven't taken the time to go change it in my settings, but I just say Susan at Unstoppable Marketing. Kind of makes it a little more personal. Oh, let's talk about subject lines. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm totally off the presentation now. Subject lines, keep them short, 5 to 7 words, 40 characters, including spaces. Like that's what they say is good. Here's a tool that I love. I'm actually for a minute going to go back to my Canva presentation. So let's go down to subject line best practices. Actually, I'm just going to click here because this is a tool that I like. It's the email subject line tester. It's not going to, my link is not going to work, so I'll cut and paste it. And then I'll put it also in the chat. So this is a great tool, guys, to help you. It kind of gives you a grade on your subject line because you want people to not only see it in their inbox, but open it. So let me add this in here. Okay. So you can put your subject line in here and it'll grade you. So let's say, here's what's going on this week. Open now. Okay, we'll see if it likes that. Okay, it didn't like that. That's a C. I want it to be green. All right, so this will give you things. Okay, you should be able to significantly improve this subject. So scannability, measure how easy it is to read it. Don't shy away from well-known industry. So it's 9 out of 10. Okay, so I need to make it easier. Not sure why, but we'll keep going. It's written at a first grade level. They like that. Make it simple, make it easily readable. Contains 44 characters in 8 words. So it liked that. So that was good. All right. Sentiment was negative. Or it was positive. Yeah, because it's above 0.25. So it's a positive. Oh gosh, where is it on here? Free was not found in the subject. So it doesn't like the word free. So stay away from free, and it'll tell you things like that. Okay, spammy words were found. Open. They don't want you to tell people to open it. All right. Some bad words. Now, replace now. So it tells you these things like, right? Like, don't do that. Don't do an exclamation. Okay, it probably really hated that I put 2 together. I mean, I used to always put exclamation points in my subject line, and they're like, don't do it. It doesn't, it's not proven to work. They don't want you to put all caps in there either. Okay. No excessive punctuation marks, which I did, which is interesting, and no personalization. Okay, so let's go back. So we could, okay, here's what's wrong. So let's, number 1, get rid of all that, right? They didn't like now or open. Here, so let's try, here's what's going on this week at Unstoppable Marketing. Okay, that was a little bit better. Let's see if I can get any more insight into it. Scannability, I'm not sure why it's hard to read. Maybe if I just got rid of here's and just says what's going on. Oh, they love questions. Okay. So what's going on? Let's try that. What's going on this week at Unstoppable Marketing? A little bit better, 86. I always go back and forth until I get it up to a green level. Oh, marketing. Didn't like that. Okay. Let's see. Anyway, I'm not going to go, but you get the point, right? Like this is so great. So be thinking about using this for your subject lines every time. Okay, so avoid free word, spam words, ask questions. That's always good. Convey a sense of urgency, include a deadline. So you could say something like, download or register for my workshop by Friday or something like that. So they'll open it, right? Like that's essential. Let's see how that works on the, where is that? Let's see how that works. What did I say? Register for my workshop.
Right.
Oh my gosh. See if it likes that. Yeah, we could probably get it up to that. So, share value or address a pain point. Let's try that. Oh, like that. Look at that. Are you ready for fabulous skin? So simple, to the point. Yeah, who wouldn't click on that, right? Yes, I want fabulous skin. So this is just a really great tool. And it's, of course, it's not going to guarantee anything, but it's going to see if you're just kind of staying within the industry guidelines for a good subject line that has great open rates. Be creative, funny, lighthearted. I saw one as I was doing some research. It was like, here's why all my clients love bean burritos or something like something just kind of like funny and whatever. Okay. If you have a video in your newsletter, add that. People do love video. Video is king everywhere, including email. So if you have a video in your email, put something about fabulous skincare, watch my video. Okay. Those are all keywords that, that show a good open rate. I love this quote. This is actually a MailChimp quote. When it comes to email marketing, the best subject lines tell what's inside. The worst subject lines sell what's inside, right? Nobody wants to be sold to. Everybody wants to buy. I don't want to be sold to. So, okay. I'm not in presentation mode anymore. Okay. So that's subject lines. Let's see if I have anything else on those. Okay. So let's talk content. We'll go back to creating the email. Okay, so we're going to do a subject line. What was that great subject line?
You want fabulous skin? Is that it?
Are you ready for fabulous skin? Okay,
Yeah,
so we'll
there you go.
cut and paste that in there. Okay, we'll save that. And then, okay, design the email. Once you've designed an email, you can save it as a template, and we'll show you how to do that as well.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's time. See, I have my logo in there, so it's automatically going to put it in there. I can make it bigger or smaller like that. So some tips for content. Like I said, the important information, if there's a call to action, make it here on this first part. Right? Like if it's a newsletter, it might be long. They might have to scroll to get to everything, and that's totally fine. But make your call to action at the top. If you're having a sale or you're having a class or you're promoting a product, like whatever is the main thing, put it at the top because everybody's going to see that when they open it. So you always want to make that at the top. Videos and images are great. People love those. So you can always add videos and images here. do your text, you can see here. I would just do an add video. I don't know if I have any videos.
Do you upload videos to MailChimp just like you upload photos?
Let's try it. I have only done it in Constant Contact. I don't know why I haven't done it for myself. So let me see. I did it for a client this morning. Oops, hold on. Excuse my. There's a video. Just did one this morning. Oh. Why are my videos not showing? It's not allowing me to do a video, even though I just said upload a video. Okay.
Have you done that, Michelle, or don't you use MailChimp?
I do use MailChimp, but all I've ever done is like put a link
Yeah, it's a link. Okay. Yep, it's a
Okay.
link.
to my Facebook or to my Instagram or something like that. I've never
Yeah.
uploaded one to there. I'd like to, but I don't know how.
Does
I
it
thought-
embed the like an image? It's
No,
just
I've
a
just
link.
always used like a button just because I haven't taken the time to figure out another way to do it.
Yeah. So if you have a minute, I know we're at 2 o'clock already. Let me, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen real quick. And I'm going to get a YouTube link. Hold on. We're just gonna use
Carmen, I'm
one of
in
my
long
clients.
sleeve and you're in a tank top, girl. You got your heat on?
I'm sitting in the sunshine. It's really
Oh,
hot by
I
the
am
window.
too, but the house hasn't warmed up very quickly.
Oh,
I have done a YouTube video to my MailChimp before. Because it gives you a URL, but you can't take a Facebook video and
Right.
put that URL in.
right.
It has to be the button.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bummer, but
Yeah, I would just do like a screenshot of me of the video kind of thing. And then I put like a button underneath it, like watch,
Okay. Yeah.
that's what I've done in the past, but I'd like to be able to do what Carmen's saying.
Hold on.
So do you upload your videos to YouTube then, Carmen?
I had for a while there. I haven't done it lately because it takes me so long to get it uploaded into YouTube, but that was the only way I could get that video on there like I wanted to. So I took the time and did it, and it did work.
Yeah. Okay. This is just taking me too long. I don't want to take your time up from that. I'll do a little video on how to do that and send it out. But yeah, you would just put the URL here for your YouTube video. Let me share my screen again. Sorry. Okay, so right, you would just put your URL and it should embed it and show that first image of your video there.
Okay.
And that's what I do. And you can make it where it's either searchable or not. You can either have, you have to have the link to look at it on YouTube, or you can make it public. Either one's fine, whichever you're most comfortable with. If you do use YouTube and you're putting stuff out there for people to search and find, because YouTube is the second largest search engine after Google. So it's a great way to kind of get out there and maybe see what happens, is just use really great keywords in your description. So if you're doing a video on, how to use a serum or clean beauty, then use like, what's the best clean beauty products, and like use those words in your description. So when people are in the YouTube search bar or in Google and they type, what's the best clean beauty products, yours might come up, right? Because those are the keywords in your description. So that was just a little side note. Okay, so you can add anything you want in here. You can add the text, you can change the text color. You can use your hex code right here, which is your, so you can use your branding colors for everything. You can change your font. It's not anything like Canva as far as fonts. I always use Tahoma for my business. That's just the one I use, but there's also other, you know, somewhat fun fonts. Nothing quite as fancy as we can get on Canva, but you can always change that. You can change your the background to the block to the, yep. So we could like make a background different. Images, so you can do different kinds of images. You can do, I like this one, especially if, where'd it go? Let me add it again. Let's just add an image. Right, so you could do left. Wait, that's not the one. I like the one where you can put words beside it. That should be it. Why is that doing that? Let's just add an image. So I've already have some images in here. Let's just do that. Okay, then we can center it full left or right. You can link it. I thought you were able to do it where you could put words next to it. All right, that's not the one. Okay, so you can also like change your background. So if you want the entire background changed to black, the backdrop is what's around it, like that. So you can use all your branding colors there, you know, and just play around with it and see what looks good and what you like. And it automatically changes it for the most part. You can preview it. So you can, if you click this, it will merge. I didn't have a merge field in here, I don't think, but like if you're adding first name, hello, Sally, that would show the actual merge. You can look at it as if it were on a phone, which like half of emails are opened on a phone. So you want to make sure it still looks good on a phone. You can send a test email. So you can send one to yourself or a friend and say, hey, look at this. Do you see anything? That's always smart to do, just to get that second or third opinion. You can add, I love to have my social links on there. You can update it, like I would put, right? So you'd put your handles on there. So when they click on it, it goes straight to your link. And then you can change the look of it as well. It could be gray, it could be colored, whatever you like. Change your block. And then once you're done, you just continue. And then it will allow you to schedule it.
So is that how do you save your templates?
Yeah. Let's see. Usually there's a button. Let me. Gosh, what am I doing here? It's taking a minute to get to the next page. There should be an option to save as template. Oh, this was a template that I did. So we'll create one. All right, we're not going to save that. We're going to exit. We'll create an email, a regular.
Or do you have to go down to template there?
Yeah. Create a template. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, so there's the ones I have. Here's some MailChimp ones. So you could start from that. Or you code your own if you're that good. So yeah, so we could just do that. Select that. And we'll call it the Okay. You are creating a template that can only, okay. So then you can change your background colors and then save the template and exit, and then it will be there. So that's like a great thing to do for your newsletter. If you just want to have a standard newsletter look and feel that you're just plugging things in, like if you do a product of the week and a tip of the week and a video, you could just have that standard format, and then it's just plugging it in and changing the words every week. Okay. Let's see where else we are on here. Okay. So best practices, keep it branded. So when they open it, they know it's from you. Don't use more than 3 fonts. Don't make it too messy. Keep it simple and easy to read. Embed videos and images. Ask somebody to proofread. If you don't have Grammarly, it's free. You can get it as a plugin. It's not going to catch everything, but it will catch things like if you type and or misspellings. It'll catch the basic things just to help you stay looking professional. Keep it simple. So this was an interesting thing that I researched, was include email signature. So even if it's a newsletter that isn't like personal to that person, always have something at the bottom. And it could even just be an image that you create on Canva or something that's like XOXO Pam or what, like make it personal to like come from you. So always include your little email signature. It could just be words or it could be an image, so they know it's from you, even though it's obviously a newsletter that's automated. And then these are the tips and tools. So the subject line tester, which is a lifesaver, and then just Grammarly.com if you want to add that plugin to your browser, and that will just help with any sort of obvious errors that you might miss because you've read it a million times. All right, any questions? Does everybody have my email and phone number just in case?
No, yeah, this was really helpful. I think now it's just like a matter of doing it, and then it's like, oh wait, how did she do that again? So
yeah, and I'm happy to like I said, I have a 9-to-5 job, but my passion is this. So if I'm not doing that, I'm doing this. I'm almost always at a computer. So you could always message me, email me, or even text me and say, hey, are you at a computer? I have a question about this. And I'll see if I can. Pam, I think you and I have just jumped on a Zoom call, like a spontaneous Zoom call, haven't we? Yeah.
Well, you did the Instagram training for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was good.
Yeah.
Really
So,
good.
I mean, like if I'm sitting at my desk and you have a question, we could just do a quick screen share and see if we can get through it together. I'm happy to do that. So
I can forward I'll post her email or forward it to you
Yeah.
guys so you have that. And then your group is called?
yes, Unstoppable Tips and Tricks. I'll put the link here if you're not
Okay.
part of it. Yes, and
You
you can always
offer
message
some-
me through Facebook as well.
Offer some great content with that too. So that's really helpful. Awesome. Well, I know this was super helpful and I'm going to work on this right now so I don't forget, hopefully,
Yeah,
what I heard.
yeah, that's a great idea.
Yes.
And I will get the recording and get it to you as soon as possible.
Okay.
So there's my Facebook group. You can join if you're not already a member.
Awesome.
Yeah, and don't hesitate. I'm here. I'm happy to help you as best I can. So
Yes,
don't feel
she's
shy
great.
about emailing me or reaching out.
She's great at answering questions. So thank you. Appreciate that.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
you very
guys.
much.
Well, I hope you learned something. And anybody
Yes.
have any fun weekend plans? No, me either. Well, I'm babysitting all weekend.
We're going to be working on our emails,
Yeah.
Susan.
Yeah.
Email them to each other so we can like